Kevin's in Indianapolis. Whoops, that's wrong. Let me try it again. Kevin's in Indianapolis to start off this hour. Hi, Kevin. How are you?
Hey, Dave. I'm doing well. How are you doing?
Better than I deserve. What's up?
Well, got a question. My wife and I have been talking for about a week or two now. We are trying to get some stuff underway to start saving up for a mortgage on our house. Backstory is we were about 1/4 smart, 3/4 dumb. We were 1/4 smart off by living off of a $30,000 a year income on her income so I could pay my way through master's school. 3/4 dumb, we needed a reliable car, so I fell into that trap, and I bought a car years ago. Where we're at now is we owe about $21,800 left on the car. In one savings area, we have about $19,000, and another savings area have about $5,000. We are torn between being highly aggressive with that $19,000 and being mildly aggressive because we do have a 1-year-old, and we're both kind of like, do we go for the full 19 or do you go a little less? Wondering what your advice would be on that.
Did you graduate?
Yeah. Graduated, got a double year income. Right now, I bring in $125 gross.
125?
Gross, yes.
Okay, and she's still working and she makes 30?
Yeah.
So we have a $150,000 household income.
Yeah.
A $21,000 car debt and $24,000 in your accounts.
Yes.
Okay. And what are they each saved in? What's the $19,000 in?
It's over in Capital One. It's just over there sitting in a high performance CD or high performance savings.
Okay, and then the other 5 is where?
It's just in our mutual bank account.
Okay, gotcha.
The five is our kind of our 3 months. We're just starting to look at your guys' stuff a little bit, and when we're looking at our numbers, the 5 is kind of our about 5 months savings. We have 1,000 emergency, but the 5,000 is about a 4 or 5 months.
Yeah. So what happened, Kevin, was when I was your age, I went broke and lost everything. Rachel was a baby, and we couldn't pay the light bill. And so from that experience, I started studying what is the fastest, right way to build wealth, because I had built wealth the wrong way. And that's why I lost everything. Too much debt. Mm-hmm. And in studying that and in studying people who had built wealth, I pretty quickly discovered that the people who build wealth, not the middle class and not the people who wander around in a fog with an opinion, but the people who had actually become millionaires, the vast majority of them realized that their most powerful wealth building tool was their income. None of them get rich on a high yield savings account. High yield savings account will not, cannot mathematically by definition make you rich, because you're making 3 or 4%.
Yeah,
and inflation
was making like 10%.
Inflation is 9%. Okay, right.
Yeah.
Now. So you're going backward. All right. Period. So the bottom line is this: the ones that built wealth were the ones that got out of debt and avoided debt. That put us on the journey at Ramsey 30 years ago of showing people how to get out of debt so that they can build wealth more reliably, so that they can change their family tree, so that they can be outrageously generous. Okay? So that's the premise on which we answer all of these questions. We want to take you down that path, and never in the history of man has someone keeping a $21,000 car loan around like it's a pet been a method of building wealth. Think about it.
We were really aggressive with it to start. So it was $60,000 total. I paid $40,000 in 2 years, and now we're looking at it as when we sat down and did the numbers.
Let's just say out loud that purchase was stupid.
Well, yeah.
It was way out of your budget. You said that was the 25% not smart. I'm agreeing with you. Okay,
no,
I've done dumber. I've done dumber. But so, all of that's going to lead us to a pretty simple answer.
Yeah, which, Kevin, is to pay it off today. And then you're going to have $3,000 left as a buffer for your starter or your emergency fund and baby step 3, which is your 3 to 6 months of expenses.
But you make $150,000 a year. You should be able to put several $1,000s a month in that account. And so we're not going to be at $3,000, but for 30 seconds, The end of the next month, you should be at $6,000 or $8,000. The end of the next month, you should be at $10,000 or $12,000. So we're not walking around with a 1-year-old with absolutely no money as a way of life. It's just a momentary thing here. By Christmas, you ought to have a big old pile of money, man.
And that's where we're at, where we're both, when we talk about it, we both see the, like you're saying, Dave, with the get aggressive and in 4 months you have this, and we're both looking at the 1-year-old who does have some medical appointments coming up going, should we be just slightly safer and span it out over a matter
You're not
of,
going to have a medical
5
appointment
months.
unless the child has medical issues today. You're not going to have a 1-year-old medical appointment that is going to take more than $3,000.
Okay.
Unless he has some
does
kind
have
of,
some
unless
stuff.
he's struggling with something. But I mean, if he's going in for standard checkups, you know, it's a couple of $100, dude, and you make $150,000 a year. I think you can handle it.
So be aggressive with it, highly aggressive.
The reason would be that that's the fastest, right way for you to build wealth. Get that emergency fund in place, a fully funded emergency fund of 3 to 6 months of expenses, and then with no payments at all, now we save for that house like crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And you can do it, man. I mean, you lean in on a budget.
Yeah, and I think, Kevin, too, one of the mindset shifts that is important for you guys just to say out loud with you and your wife is like, okay, where we are today, we don't like it. We don't like having. We had a $60,000 car loan. Now we've taken it down to $21,000. We have some money here. We have some money there. Obviously, something is stirring in you guys that you're not content with where you are financially. You know there's something in you that's like, man, there could be a better way, which is why you picked up your phone and called the show, right? I mean, like there's
why
something
you walked
in you.
into the bear cage.
Bear named Dave. But so my challenge to you, Kevin, would be like do something different. Try this way, what we're saying. And again, it's not going to put you back financially at all. You guys have a great income. You're going to be okay. And there's going to be natural fear, natural hesitation to do something that feels a little different. But what you guys have been doing, if you keep doing the same thing, you're not going to be happy with your results. So you have to do something different. Doing something different is uncomfortable, but push in, even if you're scared and uncomfortable, because you're going to be okay. You're going to be okay.
You're going to be fine if you pay attention and play through. Good stuff.